What a great start to my day today. A friend of mine, very near and dear, had major surgery yesterday, and when I got the I'm alive message, I was so happy I can't begin to tell you all. In any case, we have a whole bunch of announcements to go over this morning. Not that we're doing current event stuff, but we're going to sort of take a look back at things we discussed on this channel and why these certain things are happening, at least to one degree or another why, but we're calling out things that we've discussed because a lot of people think that I'm trying to claim to be the next psychic. I'm not. I'm applying logic and reason, critical thinking to all this stuff, and that's what I'm trying to bring to the community instead of this rah-rah channel hoo-ha. All right, so let's do this. Good morning, everyone. Tuesday, the 4th of November, 2025. The sun came out, so the glasses are on. The week ahead, the week that's happening, we're having lots of interesting things. I'm stuck behind somebody driving too slowly, as usual. Oh, good Lord. Anyway, come on. Now, one of the things that really is coming to mind is that everyone's talking about Ripple swell, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get a lot of people putting together rah-rah videos about Ripple's recent acquisition. An acquisition that we have alluded to a few times on this channel, if not multiple times. Ripple acquired a wallet, but it's not like a little old wallet you got to download on your phone because of another topic we've discussed quite a few times on this channel. It is for institutional clients, RWAs, all that kind of stuff. Now, short version, now I retweeted, two things from Ripple and a thing from Palisades. I want to say. So you can look it up on my X itself, but Palisades, the wallet itself, it's reminiscent for me of the Trezor Suite handheld, I'll say. It's not really a wallet. You can do essentially two things. You can view things and you can confirm when you have multi-factor authentication. Now, I want to say I put in the community page the latest video from Kevin Wessel, the business guy. Now, there are many steps to do in order to protect your wealth from frivolous litigation to divorce to, because let's face it, divorces usually never end well. And this way fair and equitable distribution occurs. Now, let me tie it up this way. There are multiple steps that one has to do in order to ensure that your assets are going to be safe. Now, one of the things is to create your own institution. That institution will be your LLC. And as we discussed on this channel, and let's just go out to the hypothesis here, you have an overseas LLC wrapped within a trust. I don't know if you own anything, manager managed or member managed or whatever managed, within that overseas trust. Let's just not even go into all that. But let's say your overseas trust is a holding LLC, and that's where you're holding your assets. One of the things you need to have is multi-factor, and that is because you can't be the only person in control. You have to have your trustees in on it, your custodians in on it. It's a whole thing. I'll make sure to share Kevin's video in the on the community page. Now, with this Palisades wallet, and I don't know if they'll rebrand it to something else, you're going to be able to do your part in authenticating transactions. So this is a very specific wallet. I don't know if they're going to bring Ripple DeFi on, who knows? That's all speculative at this point. If anything changes, I'll let you know. But this is not going to be an ordinary wallet. There's no threat to Zeman, the former Zoom wallet, none of that kind of stuff. This is very different, ladies and gentlemen, very different. And it ties in with Ripple Prime, Ripple Custody, and all of that kind of stuff. So I just want to get that out there. Don't expect that to be your regular wallet, in short. Now, we also have Ripple Swell coming up. Ripple Swell, it just keeps getting more and more interesting, everyone. The people coming on to Ripple Swell this week, that's a broad bunch. And it's really got me thinking, yeah, we could be speculative that some big announcement's going to come. But even if there isn't a big announcement, it's a very big reveal. Now, it's not a reveal in the sense of who's who and all that. It's a reveal in the sense of a confirmation. It's a confirmation that Ripple is a real deal player, that things are in transition and Ripple is leading the way using XRP and RLUSD. The Zahao with Evernode, that's going to be more of a lightweight smart contract platform. If this, then that. But once you start getting into too many if this, then that's, then you're going to want to use the EVM sidechain. Now, all this is going to be spelling out rapid growth. And is it all going to be done in 1 week? More likely, no. Most likely, rather, not. Because they got to give people time to digest this and process it. This way they can see what it means for business overall as well as personal. Because a lot of these guys are doing the LLCs, etc., like we're going to be doing on this channel, and all that kind of stuff. We'll just say it that way. So with all of this going on, they're going to need probably the weekend to digest it. So perhaps the smart ones who are really into all this and understand what's going on with Ripple, XRP, perhaps, just perhaps, some of them are, we'll say playing with the liquidity, because there's an old rule in business that in order to make profit, you need to have liquidity first. And honestly, we've said this before on the channel, we have not enough liquidity for what we want to do within the realm of the XRPL. We got a lot, but we need more. So because we're in that very odd, I'll say sweet spot, more than what we need just to start, but not enough to really bring it on, that sweet spot, it's sweet for some people, is a great way to manipulate price. Now, I try to explain this to some people in my personal life, and they get all spastic and everything, and I'm just like, breathe, relax, be patient. So for all my loyal followers here, I want to make sure you guys don't get all caught up in all this apprehensive stuff. Write it out. Remember, we discussed that rule of don't buy more than you can afford to lose. We're not saying you're going to lose it. It just means that money's locked up for now. It's lost from your daily accounts. That's important because it's not fully lost. It's just lost from being touched every day. You've set it aside. So don't overdo it. Don't expect to get rich overnight. This is, our ISO coins, specifically we're talking about Ripple, the company, and XRP, the coin, and XRPL, the blockchain. Our ISOs, they're not overnight sensations. What these are very prudent. 1 second. These are very prudent coins for the and protocols, etc., for the purpose of essentially changing the world. So make sure you breathe, make sure you stay patient, don't let yourself get caught up in this stuff. All the rah-rah stuff, they love it when you get caught up because then you panic. Stick with your budget, buy what you can, put it aside, because that's going to be your key to wealth. You don't have to be a billionaire. You just have to have the ability to achieve your goals. Sometimes that depends on your age, your circumstances, a combination thereof, and a few other things. Relax, let it flow. This is going to be good. You just got to be patient. All right, everyone. The light is out. It's a beautiful day. My friend's home, out of the hospital. Oh, so glad to get that message. I'm alive. I'm like, yes. Sometimes you need to go through something like that to understand how much you appreciate the person that's in your life. I got to tell you. In any case, let me wrap this up for here. Remember, everyone, be good to each other. Stick it to the man, not to each other. And we'll leave it at that. Peace.